I know there are certain laws in each state. When it comes to just cohabitation, that is for an extended period of time, it becomes known as common law marriage, right?
Almost, not quite. People believe that it does happen that way, but that's a misconception.
Oh, okay.
Common law marriage occurs when two people agree to be married and they live in Texas as husband and wife after agreeing to be married, and they represent to others that they are married. It becomes tricky because one person may believe that they have that agreement and then the other person may not. It also becomes tricky when the two people have held themselves out as being spouses just to get a benefit. For instance, for health insurance, maybe two people are living together and one has employer-provided health insurance and the other one does not. And so they say, well, hey, I'll just put you down as my spouse and then you can be on my insurance plan.
Right.
Well, one can argue that that's a holding out and an implied agreement.
Oh, okay. And maybe it's they wanted to get money off their phone bill. They figured they get a family plan. We can. So they're wanting to take advantage of certain benefits that are provided to people who are a married couple.
Exactly.
And so they're representing themselves as a married couple.
Exactly.
And so now legally there's an issue because if they decide they want to split,
right,
then there may be an issue with property rights and all that.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Right. And so although a person can sort of ease into a marriage without necessarily having a ceremony, hence common law marriage, you can't really ease out of a marriage, whether it be common law or a ceremonial marriage, that way. You have to go through the formal divorce process.
So even if they never went through the formal marriage process, they may still have to go through the formal divorce process.
Exactly.
So there may be common law marriage, but there's not such thing as common law divorce.
You got it.
And is that just in Texas, or is that kind of, you hear about that everywhere?
I do hear about it everywhere, though every state has its own requirements. And of course, I'm only licensed in Texas, so I can only tell you about the requirements in Texas.